Hi, and welcome to my channel. In today's video tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to put a vinyl clear window into your embroidery project. Hi, my name is Mary with Sewing for Madison. Crafting is my passion, and I love teaching others how fun and easy it can be. So if you like this video, make sure you smash that like button and you subscribe to my channels for more tips and tricks on sewing and embroidery. Let's go over the supplies that we're going to use for today's project. So in our hoop here, we have tearaway stabilizer. We also have 2 pieces of red felt cut 5-inch squared and a piece of clear vinyl. This is a 10 gauge vinyl. You need a good pair of applique scissors to cut your window out, and then a pair of regular scissors to cut the rest of your design out, and you're going to need some tape. Our first step is going to be to stitch the placement for the window. So let's head over to the machine and do that. Now what we're going to use is our piece of vinyl here. It's a little bit too big, so I'm going to cut it down. You're going to put this over your placement and tape it down. You want to make sure that you're using clear Scotch tape for this process, because this tape is going to end up staying in the inside of the design, so you don't want to use paper tape or painter's tape for this. So make sure you're using clear Scotch tape for this. Now we're going to go back to the machine and secure stitch this window. Our next step is to put our red piece of felt down. And then our next part of this design is it is going to top stitch the window and the very top of the bag. After that, it's going to stitch the details on the front of the bag. So enjoy this time lapse while it does all of those steps. Okay, now it is time on our project to take this out of the hoop and add our fabric to the back. Okay, so before we add the fabric on the back, we need to do one step, and this is going to save you some time later when you're cutting out your project. So what I like to do is trim up these little hairs right here because I don't want them showing through my window. I just use a piece of tape to just get them off my project. And then I'm going to gently remove the tearaway stabilizer in this window here. I do this by gently putting my applique scissors through here and kind of getting under one of the edges. And then you're just going to gently tear away that stabilizer. If you have any little pieces that are hanging out like this one, you can use your scissors to gently cut them if you need to. You just want a nice and clean edge. Now what we're going to do is take our back piece of fabric and tape that down. All right, back to the machine. Now we are using a red project here, so before you stitch your final stitch, I recommend that you change your bobbin color out to whatever fabric color that you're working with in your top thread. So you of course can leave it white, but I feel like if it's matching on the top and the bottom, it gives it a more professional look and your customers will like it more. So I'm just going to thread my red thread here. And I'm putting this back into my machine. You can see we have the back piece of fabric on. And it's going to stitch our final stitch. Okay, now we're going to remove our hoop from our machine, head back over to our work table, and I'm going to show you how to trim this up. Okay, first you're going to start out by removing your design from your hoop. And for this design, I'm just going to cut around all 4 edges here. You can pull your tearaway stabilizer out away from your design if you want, like this. Some people prefer that. For this type of design, doesn't really matter if you do this step or not. Now that we have that cut out, now it's time to cut our window out. Okay, so what we're going to do is very lightly puncture a hole in the top felt here. I kind of just cut a little bit at a time until I'm all the way through, and then you are going to trim all the way around on the inside. You'll be able to feel on your scissors that you're up against the plastic Just make sure that when you poke your hole initially, you're not going all the way through that plastic layer. Okay, then don't forget to trim on the back side where you have your knots. Gives it a nice professional look. And this part is complete. So you can see on the inside, I'm gonna stick my fingers in here, that it now has a pocket. Okay, so I'm going to show you on part 2 how to make the bandages that go with this little pouch. Now we're going to be using Velcro in an embroidery machine. It's quite an interesting process, so make sure you follow up and watch part 2 of this tutorial. So today I've shown you how easy it is to sew a vinyl clear window into your embroidery project. Few things to remember. One, you want to use tearaway stabilizer. You want to remove the back side of the stabilizer before you put your back piece on your fabric, okay? And make sure that when you're cutting out the front of your design, you don't poke all the way through that plastic. Now on the next video, part 2, I'm going to show you how to make the bandages that go along with this cute Band-Aid pouch. So make sure you click over to my videos, you scroll down, find part 2, and learn how to embroider using Velcro. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you smash that like button, you subscribe to my videos, and until next time, happy crafting.